since we're locked down again, indefinitely this time, I thought that I would have to make another video. I know it's been, I don't know, 3 months since I've made a video and I keep threatening to do it. So here we go. We're gonna do not really a lot of strength because I've been running into people and hearing that people are so sore. And also I've done 2 things now. In the beginning of January, I decided that I was going to do 20 days of straight walking and no yoga. And I wanted to see what the difference would be in my body. And after the 20 days, I now can understand when people come into class and say, oh my God, my body is so sore. Yeah, you need to do stretches because my feet were sore, my legs, hips were tight. So anyway, that challenge is over. And then 3 days ago, I committed to doing Navi Kriya, just because the first lockdown was lovely in a way because we had such beautiful weather in March and April, so that was really nice actually, but now the weather is dreadful. So Navi Kriya not only increases your digestive powers and cleansing of the intestines, but it's designed to give you that determination and willpower again. And that's one thing that I've noticed through this last lockdown, is that, you know, your get up and go is not really there. And I spent a lot of time playing jigsaw puzzles, and I had to put that away because that was making me not do anything else. So anyway, all that being said, I'm on day 4 now, and I'm gonna do it for 40 days, as well as yoga and as well as walking and painting and all the things that we all do. So let's do some gentle yoga just to limber up, and hopefully that helps you guys at home. So we'll start off on your mat or a blanket if you don't have a mat, and come into your easy pose, and we'll begin there. So 1 foot over the other foot. I think you can see me. And then just go from left to right at first, okay? So obviously you're gonna be breathing, so you're gonna inhale, exhale as you go around. So we'll just do this a few times just to loosen up the hips and the lower back. Get the spine moving. So after my big intro talk, I hope you guys are all well and not feeling cabin fever. Okay, now you're going to switch and go in the opposite direction from right to left, just balance it out. And actually what we should do is cross the other ankle over too, okay? So and you will feel that in the other outer hip. Alright, so come back to center now. Alright, and then you're gonna, on the inhale, you're gonna raise your arms up over your head. Press your palms in a prayer. Stretch up, try and line up your arms right by your ears and stretch up to infinity. Now we're going to open up the heart and the shoulders. So cactus your arms, pull them back, open up your chest, bring your arms back up again. Bring your right hand down, left hand over, stretch. And inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale. Match the breath to the movement. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. Now bring your arms back up again. And then bring your hands down in front of you. Now walk them forward to wherever you can get to and stretch forward. Release your lower back. This calms the nervous system down as well. And walk your hands back. Okay, so let's do some cat-cow. So come on to your hands and knees into your tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Have your wrists right underneath your elbows and your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Line yourself up. Knees are right under your hips. So let's actually start off by curling the toes under, because this is the one thing that I noticed when I wasn't doing any yoga and I was walking. And I know many of you are walking, because what else can we do? So curl them under and just sit back first before we do cat-cow. Stretch out your toes. Okay, and then come up, keep them curled under. All right, so you're stacked up again. Now you're gonna inhale, lengthen and arch your spine, look forward or up. It's a really good stretch for the core. Exhale and round. Push the ground away. Chin to chest if you can. Inhale forward. Exhale round. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, now from here, keep the toes curled under. We're going to push back to down dog. So first down dog, you're very welcome to wiggle around, do a little dance with your hips, push back to a down dog. Now, if you are someone that has very, very tight hamstrings and shins, an Achilles tendon, you may not be able to get the heels down. So come up onto your toes rather and push your knees back so your legs are straight and push your head back behind your arms. Just hang out here, breathe. And relax your heels down if you can. If you can't, then just stay up on the toes. Especially if you're working on trying to get your toes or your heels down,
you're gonna get there faster by being up here, believe it or not, and just pushing your knees back, because if your knees are bent like this and your heels are down, you're not really working on lengthening the back of your legs. Okay, come back down, hands and knees. Give yourself a little arch again. And now flip your toes over. Inhale, lift your right arm up. And then bring your hand back behind your back into a little half bind. If your shoulder is open enough, you're going to be able to wiggle your hand right into the inner thigh. And then now you're going to push the ground away with your left arm and look up to the ceiling if you can. What I mean is don't dump into it, so no elbow bending. Okay, and then lift that right arm straight back up and then swoop it around and bring it forward. Just really get some length going through the right side of the body. Bring that right hand down. Left arm reaches up, stretch, and then bring that hand back behind your back and open up the front of the right or the left shoulder. Breathe. And then lift that hand up and swoop that around, forward, stretch, and then bring that left hand down. Walk the hands forward, fingers are still spread wide. Keep the hips up and send your hips back and your forearms go straight, forehead down to the ground. Now just take some deep breaths. Reach into those fingertips. And then just release the shoulders. And then come back down or come back up. All right. Keep your knees at hip width. And we're going to do camel, half camel, Ustrasana to start. Okay, so hips are going to go forward. Push the hips forward and then feel, you may want to just stay here depending on how tight your body is. Push the hips forward. You should feel a really nice stretch going through the quads. Hip flexors, psoas, okay? These muscles are what you need to comfortably go into a back bend and feel like you are supported. These muscles do all the work. So they need to be lengthened and they need to be strengthened. So push the hips forward. Stay there if you want, and you can just use your arms in front of you, press your hands into a prayer for a counterbalance, okay? So this is phase one. If that is comfortable, then stay there and just breathe, okay? And keep pushing the hips forward. Otherwise, reach your right hand to your right ankle. Lift your left hand up. This is stage two, okay? So you're just making a shape, which is what yoga is. Hips still go forward. Maybe stage three, you can bring the hand back behind you, look towards your fingers. Push the hips forward, and then come back up, okay? So see where you're at. Hips go forward again. So if you want to stay here, then do that. Or left hand to the left ankle, stretch up, stage two. Inhale and exhale, stage three, look towards your fingers. Come back up. Now, press your hands down, curl your toes under, lift back up into a down dog, because you need to balance out the front and the back. Now you're going to walk your hands back to your feet, however you can, and ragdoll. So just grab onto either elbow, and you can have your knees bent a lot, support your torso, or you can keep them straight, whatever feels the best for you right now. Just let your back lengthen, your spine lengthen. Feels nice on the upper back. Okay, and then walk your hands forward. And right to the top of the mat. Come into a plank, so up on the toes. Your butt is not up here because you're not doing some weird down dog. You're doing plank. So belly's in, tighten up the quads, pull those muscles, knees right into the thighs, and press the ground away. The bandhas are all locked. You can go back and forth just to stretch out, massage the bottoms of your toes. All right, now pull the right knee in to the chest. Lift up. Release that one down. And then same thing, pull the left one in. So you're standing on the right toes and the left knee is pulled in. Then pull that foot down. Because we're not doing a bunch of strength, bring your knees down, bring them wide. Take your first child's pose. So sit your hips back to your heels. Lower your head down, stretch your arms out in front of you. Now walk both hands over to the right, but stretch more through the left hand. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can go ahead and you can bend the right elbow and then place your head onto your forearm, but keep stretching through that left armpit. Wake up the lymphatics in there. And then now you're gonna stretch both arms out, walk your way around to the left. Same thing, right arm more forward, bend the left forearm, let your head come down, stretch all through that right arm and through the right side of the body. It's a great way to check in and see what is going on in your body. It'll show you right away. If you're right-handed, it is very probable that you are feeling very tight through the right side. Okay, so bring your knees in together, squeeze them together, sit back to your heels. Now, this is often very uncomfortable for people to sit like this, rock pose. It's something maybe that you should, if it is, you should work on doing this every day because it is a really good stretch for hip flexors and for the whole quad. We use this muscle all the time, but we never really stretch it out. So we're going to do a few stretches for the front of the body, laying down on our belly. and some back strengthening as well, and some cobra. But while you're sitting here, if it is uncomfortable for you to get your butt onto your heels, because the front muscles are very, very tight and your feet are tight, then what you would do is you would fold up either, you could put a pillow, or you could fold up a thick blanket, and then, or a big towel, and then sit down. So maybe your butt isn't onto your heels, but it's more comfortable for you to sit. But anyway, we're just getting some blood into the thighs here. While we're sitting here, if it's comfortable, then take a little twist. So take your right hand behind you, take your left hand to your right knee, inhale up, sit up nice and straight, spine nice and long, inhale, exhale and twist. And then inhale forward, and you're going to twist to the left. Okay, inhale up, bring both hands up. And see if maybe you can bring your hands back behind you a little bit. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Okay, so now we're going to walk our hands forward, and you're going to release yourself all the way down to the ground. And take a second here, position yourself so you're comfortable. And first, we're just going to stretch the body really long. So grip the ground with your fingertips in front of you. Stretch. Feel like someone is pulling you from the top and the bottom. Get some length. All right. So now keep the left hand forward. Reach around, grab onto the right foot, right ankle really. Okay, same thing you can use, if you don't have straps, like I don't, and you have a problem doing this, then you can go ahead and you can grab onto a tie, one of your husband's ties, or a towel, something, anyway, and pull your foot towards your butt. Keep your head in line with your spine. Just going to stretch out that muscle a little bit more, especially if you had a problem doing it before. Okay, so release that, and then grab onto the left one, and same thing, pull in, not too forcefully, just so you're getting a big stretch through the hip flexor. And it'll likely feel a bit uncomfortable for some people. Okay, so optional, if you can grab onto both ankles, then just do a little bit of a light compression here for your lower back to bring in some fresh blood. Keep it healthy. And then you can maybe go ahead and kick up. So knees lift up, feet kick up into the hands, arms stretch back. This is a great heart opener as well. And also if you can kick up and look up, then you can stretch out your thyroid and the parathyroid. Okay, exhale down. Release. Bring your hands behind or beside you. You want your elbows pointing up, and they don't need to be splayed out here because you're not going to be able to lift yourself up off the floor. Okay, so keep them back. You can keep your toes down onto the floor. Just activate the thigh muscles so your kneecaps are not touching. Okay, fingers are spread wide. You're going to inhale, and you're going to lift up into a high cobra. If you can't do this, then you're going to just do little baby cobra.
okay? If you feel your arms like this, check in with yourself. And also, this is not a life-changing moment, so don't create too much tension in your face and your jaw. Okay, so don't grit your teeth because it's not hard. This is supposed to be relaxing. Okay, inhale, lift up into your version. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Just really give all the front a chance to stretch. Bring some blood flow into all of those organs. And down. Okay. So you're going to inhale, lift your chest off the mat if you can. So your ribs are down on the ground. All right. Now you're going to lift your hands up off of the mat to hover. Look forward, keep your spine in line, your head in line with your spine, rather. So we're going to, and your kneecaps are activated. They're lifting up. Okay, press your hands into the mat. And you're going to inhale, fingers spread, lift up, kneecaps up, thighs up, into an up dog. And then curl the toes under, press back to a down dog. Okay, inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog, and then bend that knee, look under your right armpit. Open up that hip. Stretch the inner thighs. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg up. Push your head back behind your arms, get long. Bend the knee, let the foot flop, look under your left armpit. Bring that foot back down. Walk your hands back to your feet. Just hang out in another ragdoll. And you can nod your head, or you can shake it from side to side. Whatever feels the best for you. Okay, and then you're gonna release your hands down. And then you're gonna pull the lower belly into the spine and lift up, nice and slow. Okay, so interlock your fingers behind you, stretch them up, fold again. And then release your hands down. Okay. Come back down. So, right knee is bent, left knee is bent, but left knee is down onto the mat. Okay, so we're going to do another little twist. So you're going to take your left hand, wrap it around the front of the right shin. Okay, take the right hand behind you, stretch up, nice and straight. Inhale, exhale, twist. switch sides. So same thing. And if you feel like you're not getting enough length, you can go ahead and you can stretch the right hand up, right? So you're stretching from your hip, and then you're gonna wrap the right around the left, okay? Left hand behind you, again, stretch up through center, inhale. Exhale, twist. Just take a couple of nice long breaths here. And while you're doing this, you're breathing into the organs that you're twisting, okay? So you have to give them life, just like we have to breathe. So you gotta breathe into the muscles. Okay, and then release from that. Now, you can sit with your legs stretched out in front of you if you find it hard to sit upright, kind of in a 90 degree. Okay, if the core and the back muscles are weak, then you might feel like it's difficult to sit straight up. So use something, you know, like a wall or whatever behind you. Okay, and just sit nice and straight. Or, so you can sit in easy pose, right? Or you can sit in Baddha Konasana, another great hip stretch. So, and hip opener. I'm gonna sit in Baddha Konasana because I'm planning on doing some painting and going for a big long walk today. So this will definitely help me a lot through the day, just to get some mobility in the hips. So go ahead and sit like this, or take your other options, however is comfortable. And if you find it easy to sit in rock pose, sitting, you know, like this, because no one remembers names. Okay, so rock pose, or easy pose, or Baddha Konasana. Okay, so if you're in Baddha Konasana, as a reminder, there's a reason that you think of your feet as opening up a book. The thing is if you are sensitive enough in your body, you'll feel it right away. If you try and push the bottoms of your feet together, you're going to notice that your knees are going to go up. But instead, you're going to take your thumbs into the arches and your fingers are going to wrap around the front of your feet. And now you're going to use your thumbs in your hands to pull your soles away. Okay, and then what you're going to notice, I don't know if you can see that, if I push mine together, my hips automatically go up. If I pull them together, the hips drop down. Right? So you can feel it right away. All right, so while you're sitting here like this, we're going to stretch out the neck. So sitting nice and straight, and pull the lower belly into the spine to support your lower back so you can sit up straighter. So you're going to inhale, and then you're going to take your right shoulder down, and then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And of course, you're breathing. Okay, lift your head back up. Take another inhale. Exhale, right shoulder to right ear. And let that left shoulder come down. So you should feel a nice stretch going all the way up and down through here.
you're using your breath to soften the muscles. Okay, bring your head back up. Now you're going to bring your chin down to your chest. So inhale. Pull the lower belly into the spine, sit up nice and straight. Drop your chin nice and slow to your chest. Stretch out the back of your neck. And don't let your shoulders come up because there's no stretch there. Pull them down. And then lift your head up. Now we're going to let our head go back. Stretch out your throat. And let your head come back. All right, so you can add on. You can go back into child's pose. You can go in. You can do some cobras. Whatever you feel that through the last half an hour here that your body is craving, go ahead and do that. Or you can lay down into Savasana, right? Flat on your back and palms facing up, and let your feet flop open and your hands be beside you. So you have external hip and shoulder rotation, and just you can place a blanket on top of you if you want to lay there for a little while if you have that time. Maybe you're locking yourself into your room from homeschooling, I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to make a really short, nice stretchy class for you. So thank you for practicing with me, and I hope you got something out of it. I will make these more often, at least once a week. Maybe I might even do some more. I'm planning on doing a chakra balancing class using postures, and so anyway, you'll like that, and it doesn't need to be super long. So namaste, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in real time as well. Thanks. Bye.